Dave, do we know what is on the table today?
Well, there is this effort to essentially tighten up the existing sixth package of sanctions. They don't want to call this a new package. They're saying this is kind of 6.5. And there are two things that they really focused on today. One is targeting gold. So there's been concern that some Russian oligarchs have been able to get around the EU sanctions through the trade in gold. Now, there has been an agreement on that today, but it's not agreed yet. Technically, it's going to take probably till the end of the week. I'm hearing for that to be officially agreed, but in principle, it does look like we're moving forward on that, although we're still waiting for details about exactly what forms of gold this would apply to. The other thing that foreign ministers talked about today, we just had a press conference by the EU's foreign affairs chief, Josep Borrell, and he said that they've agreed to supply more arms to Ukraine. They've agreed to expand the European Peace Facility by 500 million, and that will result in further deliveries of weapons to Ukraine from EU countries.
Dave, how united are EU foreign ministers on these ideas?
This has been a big question, and it was addressed by the High Representative Borrell as he entered this summit this morning. He noted that there is some disquiet about the sanctions, not just this particular expansion or tightening up that they're having today, but an increasing number of people are questioning whether the sanctions are really achieving their desired goal, which is weakening the Russian economy. And there's some concern that the sanctions could be hurting Europe or indeed the whole world when it comes to food supply more than it's hurting Russia. Borrell said he strongly disagrees with that and that he would impart that message to the foreign ministers today. He, in his press conference just now, strongly disputed the idea that EU sanctions are resulting in the food supply crisis. He said that is Russia's making. He also disputed the idea that the EU sanctions are what's leading to an increase in energy supply, in energy costs rather. He noted that energy costs started rising even before the Russian invasion and have actually been decreasing in recent time as the EU sanctions have increased. However, it's not clear that he would have been able to allay all of the concerns that we're hearing being expressed by an increasing number of national governments, particularly when it comes to these energy and food issues as we're looking toward the autumn, and there is a real worry about what these sanctions could result in. I know it looks like today they did agree, they put in some specific exemptions for grain supply and fertilizers. They are stressing, however, though, they still don't believe those exemptions were ever needed. They don't think the sanctions were causing any types of problems there, but they want to make absolutely clear that the EU sanctions don't target grain or other agricultural product exports out of Russia or out of Ukraine.
Dave Keating in Brussels, thanks very much.